I think there are two sides, the supply side and the demand side. The rate we are going, the rate that demand is rising is unsustainable. We are not just, demand is rising not just because we are aging, no, but we are getting more and more unhealthy. Yeah. Age for age, there's more chronic illness. So I think first solve that problem. That's why we need to do Healthier SG now. Specifically for aged care, I mentioned earlier, nursing home is not the solution. You put someone in nursing home, they get more and more sick because of loneliness. We have to make sure we build a whole new infrastructure, just like we build a preschool infrastructure, we build a whole new infrastructure to allow aging in place in community. We've always forget. We think that to help take care of the old folk, we must build some institution. Actually, it's not. We build HDB flats to be so conducive for aging in place. In other countries, you don't see it, no? Where it's a block, community living, downstairs got void deck, around the corner got coffee shop, then got supermarket, then got CC, then got RC, then got fitness corner. What institution are we trying to build? It's right in front of us, such a wonderful asset. We just need to do some tweaks to make sure it's barrier-free, to make sure the right software is in place. I believe we can do that. You can see some of the pilot projects coming up in different parts of Singapore, with quite encouraging results. So that part is very important to do. Having said that, still won't have enough nurses. That I appeal to the understanding of Singaporeans. If you just think through it, we are getting older and older, need more nurses. Every cohort of young people getting smaller and smaller. Do we think that just training more nurses locally can solve the problem? I think you do the sums, cannot. We will try to train as many nurses as we can. Nursing alone, we take 6% of every cohort, no? So 100 people, I don't know whether we're 100 people here, slightly less. 100 people, 6 are nurses. I think we are having more than our fair share. So we need to top up with foreign nurses. I believe we have the conditions to attract good foreign nurses that can work alongside our local core of nurses and integrate into our care team. Today, many of our competitor countries, UK, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, they don't recruit at source. They don't go to Philippines and try to recruit nurses there. The qualification there maybe not good enough for them. So where do they recruit from? They recruit from Singapore. Because the nurses know that they come to Singapore, we take good care of them, we train them, we give them conditional registration under Singapore, and that registration is good enough for our competitors. But it also means we need to change our mindset, that don't see them as competitors. See us as a magnet for training and certification of nursing talent around our region. And we say, come to Singapore. We will invest, train them. Actually, we invest very little. The investment is done by the foreign country, training them to be a qualified nurse. We come with top up, with experience, with mentorship. The good ones, we try to keep. The others who want to move on after 10 years working here, I think we should be fine. If we take that approach of positioning ourselves that way as a talent hub for nursing, I think we can meet the nursing demand for the future. But I need Singaporeans to understand, this will be a sector where locals will be the core and the great majority will still be locals, but we may have a quarter, a third that are foreigners in the region. But I think that's the way to solve our aging issue.